Hey, Mama, and welcome back to the Strong and Nourish Mama podcast. I am so excited you are here with me today because this episode is a good one. You are definitely not going to want to miss it because I am doing live coaching with a client and I'm sharing it with you. The live coaching call is focused on meal planning and prepping for busy moms. In this live coaching call, my client and I talk about her current schedule as a mom, what she's doing, what isn't working for her, what would work for her, and we create a plan that is sustainable, something that she's willing to try, she's excited about, and we talk about meal planning and prepping strategies designed especially for busy moms. So my client that I am talking with in this live coaching call, she's a mom of two, and specifically, she is a mom of two under two. So that is hard. That is a lot. She has to take care of the house, her family, her two kids. She has to feed them herself, do all of the things. And we talk about her current schedule, what she's doing, what's working, what's not working. And we create a plan where she can start implementing balanced, nutritious meals, not only for herself, but also for her almost 2-year-old. And that is big. We want to be able to create meals for ourselves so that we are fueled for the busy days, but we also have to take care of our little ones. Get ready to discover practical steps that you can probably use and implement immediately in your own lifestyle to simplify your cooking routine, boost your family's nutrition, and more. This is a live coaching call, so understand that, of course, it's going to be back and forth conversation. She also has her little one with her. He's 6 months old, and I giggle because she was joking at the beginning of our call that he sounds like a pterodactyl, like he sounds like a little dinosaur with the noises that he's making, and he totally does. It's super cute, but hey, as a busy mom who needs to take care of the kids, the family, the house, do all of the things, it's also important to take care of ourselves. And if nutrition coaching is part of that, which I totally am here for, obviously, I support you in that journey, and you have to have your little one with you, so be it. So you may hear him in and out throughout the show, just making little noises. Just know that's little Benny. He's super, super cute. I am so excited to share this session with you. I think that it can change the way that you currently approach mealtime and hopefully gives you some different ideas to implement. Again, if you are interested in free nutrition coaching with me, about 15 to 20 minutes, then please leave a review on Apple Podcasts and take a screenshot, share it with me at info@wellnessbyval.com to be entered in to get a chance to get free nutrition coaching with me and also to get a chance to be featured on the podcast. How cool is that? Because not only will it be great for you to be able to talk with me for 20 minutes, but also you can share this great journey and this discussion with other moms because they can totally benefit from it. I hope you enjoy today's episode. Feeling exhausted, overwhelmed, and like you've lost yourself in the postpartum chaos? Wondering how to nourish your body, regain your strength, and finally feel like you again? Hey, I'm Val, a functional sports dietitian, postpartum fitness coach, and mama who's been right where you are. Welcome to the Strong and Nourish Mama podcast, where I help busy moms like you reclaim your energy, your strength, and your confidence through simple nutrition and wellness strategies. If you're ready to feel strong, nourished, and unstoppable, you're in the right place. Let's get started. You're a mom of two. How old are your kids? What do you currently do? And what do your days look like as a mom?
So I'm a stay-at-home mom of two, under two, 6 months and almost two. And the days look, kind of the same, but can vary, whether we're going out to the park, going on walks, going to the zoo. Yeah, as long as we hit that nap time, we're all good.
I think that's pretty big. As long as the kids get their nap time, life will go
Yeah,
smoothly, hopefully. It's
life
when
will
they
go
miss nap
on.
time, the afternoons are a little crazy. What is the number one thing you were struggling with when it comes to your nutrition as a busy mom with two under two?
I would say currently just meal prepping and having those snacks available for whether that's for me and the kids now, just being able to have things that are easy grab and go that aren't like overly processed, like having just more like homemade snacks would be great.
Tell me a little bit about your current approach when it comes to meal planning and meal prepping for your week, for yourself, your family, the kids? What does that currently look like? What do you do?
Currently looks pretty non-existent. I'll try to write stuff down, like, I'll try to think in my head, okay, like, we have this, this, this. At least I'll try to get at least 3 meals that I know I can make pretty easily, and then other than that, I don't prep snacks currently,
So would
just
you
mainly
say
dinners.
then, okay. So would you say that not really having a plan for the meal planning and or prepping is what's making it difficult to have those healthy options for you and your family on hand?
Yes, yeah, because it'll hit, like, 4 o'clock, and I'm like, "Oh my god, what am I gonna have for dinner tonight?
What's for
What can
dinner?
I make
Mhm.
for everyone that everyone will eat and that is quick and easy?" Because it starts, as the day goes on, the kids start to get a little crazier, and so our time is more thin.
I totally get that. Time is very thin. Time is of the essence in the afternoon.
Yes.
So, when do you currently go grocery shopping?
I do the pickup. I do Safeway drive and pickup. So just whenever I have no routine. Well,
No
nothing's
routine?
routine.
Okay. Okay.
It's just
And I would
whenever I think
imagine,
about it.
and sometimes we think, hey, I'm at home, the kitchen's right here. I can
Yeah.
prep something when I get hungry or when it's time. But then you realize during the week, or if the kids miss nap time or something's going on in the afternoon, you look at the time and it's already 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and you're like, oh
Right.
crap,
Right.
I don't have an idea what I need to do for dinner. So I think what's important, especially for everyone, but especially for moms like you who are taking care of the kids, you're at home, we still need to focus on having some sort of plan
Right.
for your weeks, some sort of structure when it comes to your nutrition, snacks, and what that's going to look like. It doesn't mean that you have to eat the same meal every single day. It doesn't mean you have to have chicken, broccoli, rice for lunch
Right.
every single day. It's just kind of having a general idea of what that looks like. So if we were to create a simple, balanced plan for you, a busy mom, stay-at-home mom with two under two, taking care of the kids, taking care of the house and wanting to be able to incorporate healthy, balanced meals,
Hmm.
whether it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, a combination, we first have to start with looking at your weeks. What would be a good day for you to be able to write down what your plan is and kind of thinking of the week ahead? So for example, let me just give you an example. For me, I like to think of Monday through Thursday. I start to think of the meals that I enjoy and I write them down so
Hmm.
that for the following week I'm thinking, okay, what are meals that I want? What is going on? Are we for you it can be, are we going to the zoo? Do I need to pack a lunch for the zoo? Do we have family dinner plans? Do we want to
Hmm.
do homemade pizza night? That's something that you and your family already do, right?
Yeah.
So then we can kind of put it into the schedule. So is there like a specific day or time frame of days that you would want to look ahead for the upcoming week?
I like doing things like that, I think on either Saturday or Sunday. That way my husband's home, and if I have to run out or need extra hands, then they're there. So I think Saturday, Sundays work for me.
So those would be your active days. Saturdays and Sundays would be the days that you would go pick up the groceries unless you're able to do it on a Friday with the kids since you're
Hmm.
doing pickup
Yeah.
or
Mhm.
last minute grocery runs or Costco runs as well as the prepping time.
Mhm.
But so that okay, so Saturday and Sunday would be your active prepping days. So then we have to think when you are going to plan those meals so that you can create
Mhm.
the grocery list, send the groceries to the store, right? Like put it in the app
Mhm.
to be able to pick it up.
Right.
So when would you want to do that? When would that work for you? If Saturday and Sunday are those active days, if you actually, let's say, in the kitchen chopping or cooking or putting stuff together, when would you think about what you're going to make for those days?
I would do Friday then. I can order the groceries, go pick them up with the kids, have them on hand, and that way the weekend when I have time, I can. prep chop.
I like that plan. So
Yeah,
really then your grocery list would have to be finalized Thursday night, Friday morning.
right.
And then you have to think about inventory. Do you currently take inventory of what you have?
Yes, yeah. Tyler did a really good job of going through our pantry and organizing it, lining it up. It's made it so much easier to know like what we have, what to grab, canned goods and things like that. So that's been great.
That's awesome. So that'll make your building your grocery list easy of, do I need to stock up on any of these? We're good with the canned goods or our whole grains or frozen foods, right? So really,
Right,
you won't have to get those types of foods every single week. It's just going to be those
right.
fresh foods, the
Hmm.
produce, the eggs,
The
milk,
fruit.
things like that. The fruit, yep. So if you were to plan your meals, so let's say Monday through Thursday, you are thinking about meals that you and your family want for the upcoming week. And you can just like write them down. Let's say you have something on the fridge that you can write it down or a sticky note or you just put it in your phone app. Like, okay, Friday nights are always build your own pizza at home night. So then we
Mhm.
can kind of put that in the plan. And then
Okay.
thinking of other meals that you guys would like for that week. Now, when it comes to breakfast, lunch, and dinner, is it realistic for you to make breakfast every day, or would you have to prep that in advance?
I would like to have it prepped. Most days, I'm noticing that it's getting a little chaotic in the morning to make it every morning. And some mornings I wish I had like a little egg bite for her or, something quicker.
So breakfast having something that's easily ready to go for most days
Mhm.
because the mornings are
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah.
Lunch, the same thing, or do you have more time at lunch?
I have more time at lunch. Yeah. Usually that's more chill period of time.
So being able to make lunch from scratch.
Mhm.
Okay. And what about dinners?
I can usually prepare it.
Prepare?
Yeah.
Okay. So then for breakfast, since that is a busy time in the morning with the
Mhm.
kids getting up and doing all of the things, you said
Yeah.
egg bites. I think that's a really good, quick option that can give you protein and something that the kids can have too. What are some other
Hmm.
things that you would like for breakfast?
We do yogurts,
Okay.
oatmeal, like those things are quick. Sausage bites for her, and I think just having
Okay.
the egg, honestly, the egg bites would just make a world of difference. Like not having to fire up the stove and scramble and all that.
So then that would be one of the meals that you would prep on the weekends, would be
Yes,
the egg bites.
yeah,
And you could pair the egg bites with the sausage bites too to make it a little more
yes.
substantial. So, I
Hmm.
mean, depending, right? If the sausage bites are already made and you just microwave them, then that's easy.
Yeah.
But then you can also pair that with fruit. Now,
Hmm.
how would you feel about preparing like your oatmeal or your parfait, your yogurt for your breakfast in advance,
Hmm. Yeah, that'd be good.
like overnight oats or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd like
Because
to
I'm
do that. Yeah.
thinking if you like those three things, those are really easy to prepare in advance and they're going to be really great balanced meals that are going to provide you lots of protein, some plant foods, a little bit of carbs, and some healthy fats. So those could be good meals that you can prepare on your weekend. So when creating your meal plan, you have, let's say, would it be realistic for you to plan Monday through Friday or Monday through Sunday?
The weekends are all over the place, so just the Monday through Friday is good.
Monday through Friday? Okay. So
Mhm.
then we need to think of the five breakfasts that you would want that week. Something you can do with overnight oats is if you get a glass container, like a mason jar or some other type of container,
Yeah.
then you can prepare all the dry ingredients,
Okay.
put it in the fridge. So, like your oats, and you can change it up each week.
Yeah.
Oats, different spices like cardamom or nutmeg or cinnamon. You can
Okay.
add in some extra protein powder to it, and Gracie can have it. Your almost
Okay.
2-year-old will be able to have that as well. You would just put
Okay.
all your dry ingredients, and each week you can change it so that you have different nuts and seeds, so you have different flavor, different nutrients. So it adds a little bit variety.
Okay.
And then you would put that in the fridge. The night before, you would just put in your fluid fresh fruit, stir it up, put it in the fridge so that you can grab it and you can go. That can
Okay.
be for
That's
you.
easy. That's
And then we
doable.
can even
Yeah.
prepare little small ones for Gracie.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Would you want to have these for specific days? Do you want to get that into the planning to where you say, Monday I'm having the egg bites with the sausage, Tuesday I'm having
Mm.
yogurt, Wednesday I'm having oatmeal? Or do you just want to have these options so the morning of you can just grab it and eat it? And just by the end of the
Oh,
week, you would have to eat all of it.
yeah. That probably works better than planning it. Just having the option, because
Okay.
the
Okay.
pickiness of the toddler. It's like, do you want this? No. Do you want this? Yes. No. So it'd
It
just be
just
nice to
depends on the
have
day.
yeah,
Okay. And at least
just
you
the
have something
options
for
for her
you.
and for
Exactly.
me.
So if
Yeah.
you do have to prepare something different, for her, you have something already in there for you. Okay.
Yes.
So will you feel good about those three breakfast options? The parfait, the overnight oats, and the egg bites with the sausage?
Yeah. Yeah. That
So
sounds good. And I
in,
usually put different egg bites. I usually do like peppers, broccoli. Sometimes I even just throw the sausage in with it. When I usually do it, I try to sneak the veggies in there.
how many do you typically have in one sitting? Like two, three?
For Gracie, like one for her, and I would have one or two.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, for you, I would say two with a sausage if the sausage isn't in
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Another thing too, depending on hunger, you can have a combination of like your parfait and an
Right.
egg bite. So they're combined, it's more balanced and it's a more substantial meal of like 400, 500 calories versus
Yeah.
just
Okay.
one egg bite that's maybe
Right.
100 calories, right? Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So in the follow-up, I'm going to be sending you a food plan that is going to incorporate these meals for you to be able and recipes, right? So you know your recipes, but I'll give you additional ones, but then you'll be
Okay.
able to actually see kind of how it's built, but you'll be able to change the days if you wanted to. So if in the
Okay.
food plan it says Mondays you have the egg bites, but you want to have that on Tuesday, then that obviously you can do that, right? You can change it
Flexible.
up however you want.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds
So
great.
then for lunches, would you just prepare would it be as simple as something like a sandwich or a salad with a protein? Would it be like a full meal that you would have leftovers for lunch the next day? Or how would you want to build your lunch?
Yeah, that's always variable. Yeah, sometimes I don't really get a good lunch. It just depends, like, or I won't eat lunch till really late. Just depends on our day that we're having. But usually I do like a big salad with some protein on it, or a sandwich, or some of those Costco chicken bites in the air fryer.
So what would you think if your days are really busy, like if you have the time to prepare the salad with the protein, awesome. I love that. But
Yeah,
what if there's a day, which you're not going to know until that moment, but what if
yeah,
there is a day where you need something quick and easy, you don't have it, like something just to microwave, you don't have it, and then you
yeah,
don't end up eating lunch or
right.
you wait for hours? What if you made enough? Do you ever make enough dinner for leftovers the next day?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sometimes I'll have, or often I'll eat like what we had for dinner for lunch if I don't pack it with Tyler for lunch.
I think that could potentially be really helpful for you. So then you just have to worry about preparing the kids' lunch.
Yeah, I think so
So
too.
that means then dinner, you would have to make enough to have dinner for you, your husband, your
Mm.
2-year-old, because your 6-month-old, you're just doing small things. So that's pretty easy.
Yeah,
So you would
just
have to
doing the
have
puree.
two adults and one toddler plus two leftover meals. So really, you would have to make enough for 5 to 6 servings. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that
So
makes
for
sense.
tonight, like tonight for dinner, if you made spaghetti with ground beef, like let's just keep it super simple, spaghetti with
Yeah.
ground beef and a side salad,
Mhm.
we would want to make sure that when you are preparing it, it's enough so that you have leftovers for your husband the next day, but also for you the next day.
Hmm.
Is that
Yeah,
something that
that's
you would want to
doable. I think
do?
we usually do. Yeah, I think we usually do have,
Okay.
especially with, yeah.
Okay. So then in the food plan, you'll see that you have your dinners of the dinners that you like, and you can always swap them out. And then
Hmm.
for lunch the next day, it's going to be the same thing, but it's your leftover.
Right.
Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
that's good. Yeah.
Okay. So here's the plan. Monday through Thursday, you're thinking of meals that either you're wanting to prepare, what you're craving, depending on the following week, what's going on. Of course, you're going to include your Friday night pizza night. And
Mhm.
then with those meals, you're going to be creating a grocery list.
Okay.
So in the 1 week food plan that I'm going to be sending you that you get after this call,
Mhm.
it's going to be an example of that with some recipes.
Okay.
And you will then be able to create your grocery list based on those meals.
Okay.
Inventory is really easy to do because you've already organized the kitchen. So that's awesome. That's
Mhm.
done. You
Mhm.
create your grocery list and finalize it so that Friday morning you will get on the app, put it in for the grocery store, and then pick it up later that day with the kids. Is that
Okay.
doable?
Yeah.
And then when you get home from the grocery store after you pick up your groceries, what does that look like? Do you just put all the groceries away? Do you wash the produce and then put it in the fridge? Do you chop it? Do you start cooking anything? Or what does that look like?
I'm usually just rush, pop it in the pantry, pop it in the fridge, maybe wash the fruit. Yeah.
So then that's where your Saturday active days, your Saturday and Sunday would come into play, right? Because you have
Yes.
your husband to take care
Yeah.
of the kids.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you pick up the groceries, you come home, you're with the kids, you put everything away, and you already have a plan for what you're going to do the following week. So now we have
Mhm.
to think of a plan of what to get there, to get your egg bites, your oatmeal, your dinners, and to have enough for leftovers and all of that.
Mhm.
What are you going to be doing on Saturday and Sunday to prepare for that? Is there a typical plan that you would want to prepare your breakfast? Would it depend? Do you want to get that deep into the planning of like Saturday during nap time since my husband's here, or Saturday during playtime? I'm going to prepare my breakfast options.
Yeah, I think for me, just cranking it out all on like one day would work for me probably a
Okay.
little bit more. Just like knock it all out, take the time, like, and just do it then.
How much
I
time would you have
think,
to dedicate for that?
I don't know, like
2 hours, 3 hours?
2 hours probably, 2 hours.
And your husband's there, so that's good. So he would have the kids. Not saying that
Yeah.
you wouldn't be interrupted because that's not usually not the case. But you may still be interrupted. But at least you're not the sole caretaker. You can focus on creating the meals. Would it be more realistic then for you to just focus on preparing the breakfasts right now and then adding in lunches and dinners into your weekend mix later?
Yeah, I think so. I think that, yeah, I think for now to get started, I would like to just prep the breakfast and start
That
with
would make
that
sense.
going into the week like that. And then just having the plan of, okay, for dinner, I'm going to have XYZ. Having that planned out, I think that would be work for me.
That makes a lot of sense then. So you create your plan for the next week.
Hmm.
You go into the app for the grocery store, you put in your order, you pick it up on Friday with the kids, you get home,
Hmm.
you put everything away, and then Saturday, you are going to take maybe 2 hours. As you continue to do this, you'll get faster and faster, and you're going to notice that it's going to take less and less time. So maybe
Right.
you do 2 to 3 hours for your breakfast
Okay.
and we can strategically plan that to make it work, right? I'd probably start with the egg bites so that while they're cooking,
Yeah.
I can prep my overnight oats and my yogurt so that by the time I'm done with that, the egg bites are done and everything is done.
Okay.
And then you have your plan for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday dinners. You have
Hmm.
all the groceries and the things for it. You can swap days if you wanted to, but your breakfasts
Right.
are set so that in the morning, when it's busy, when it's crazy and hectic, you can grab it, you can eat it, and you can go. Does that sound good?
Right. Yeah, that sounds great.
So in your plan, that's what I'll include. I'll include 1 week, Monday through Sunday.
Okay.
Really, you said you wanted to focus on Monday through Friday, but I can include some extra meal ideas for you. And our main
Okay.
focus when it comes to meal prepping will be the breakfasts, but we're
Okay.
still going to make sure that we plan the lunches and the dinners. Now, you talked about snacks earlier.
Yeah.
Would you want to? There's a couple options. Option one, we add in snacks and you prepare them with your breakfasts.
Hmm.
Or option two, you just start with breakfast and then add in snacks later.
I like to add in snacks just because Gracie's
The kids need
getting,
them.
yeah, she'd like to eat more.
You need to have them. You need to have
Well,
them.
I'd
Okay.
like to have more options for her other than like the
Okay.
typical snacks that we've been having.
Okay. What if you did like 2 hours on Saturday, you did your breakfast for Monday through Friday, and then on Sunday, you prepare the snacks? Like two to two,
I
two
think
to four, 2 to 5 snacks, or what are you thinking? What would be good for you?
I think just like on the same day because I don't want to like take up,
Okay,
you know,
another
two
day.
days,
Okay,
on that in case we're like
yeah,
out, go on an adventure or something.
exactly. Okay, that makes sense. Some people like to do it all in one day. Other people like to split it up. So it really depends on your
Yeah.
preference. So you'll do
Yeah.
it all in one day. Then maybe I would shoot for 4 to 5 hours. And if you,
Okay.
like, it's better to overshoot your time than
Okay.
to under, and you get in the kitchen, you're like, oh my gosh, it's taking me longer than I thought. So like to be
Okay.
conservative, we can say 5 hours, and it could be split throughout the day if you wanted to, or it could be a 5 hour chunk on Saturday where you are going to be preparing your breakfasts for Monday through Friday. So you're going to prepare 5 breakfasts,
Okay.
and then you're going to prepare snacks that your kids can have. How many snack
Okay.
options would you like?
Probably two, like just like two. I saw that you made those like bars. Those looked good, or like some muffins or
Muffins.
something like that. Just like more,
Okay. Because you can keep the easy things that you have. Maybe it's like the
Yeah,
puffs or the pouches, especially when you're on
right.
the go. But then you have these
Uh-huh.
two options that you made, maybe like some sort of
Right.
bar and muffin, and then you can
Okay.
have it too if needed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That sounds great.
That sounds like a good plan then.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So Saturdays, you're going to carve out 5 hours. And after you do it the first time, note how long it takes so that you can plan
Hmm.
that for the following weeks. Like, oh, I thought it was going to take 5 hours. It only took four. And then the next week, oh, it
Right.
only took three.
Okay.
And you're going to be preparing your breakfast and your snacks, but you
Okay.
already will have an idea for your lunches and dinners, and you'll prepare those on the day that you're going to eat them.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I love that. So, what you're going to be getting from me is going to be a week food plan
Okay.
that's going to contain the breakfast, lunch, dinners, and the snacks. And then the plan that we talked about, where Saturdays are going to be spending the time prepping in the kitchen. Is there anything else that you think that you would need, or any other questions that you have right now before we finish the call?
No, I think that sounds great and it sounds attainable for me, like where I'm at right now with my time and whatnot. Yeah, I think that sounds great.
Awesome. Perfect. Well, I will send a follow-up. I will send the recording, the food plan, and
Okay.
everything else that we talked about. And if you have any questions, just reach out and let me know. It was so good talking with you today.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm excited to see and get my prep on and
Heck
yeah.
yeah. Hey, Mama, I hope you loved today's episode. If it resonated with you, would you please take 30 seconds to share it with another mom, a mom who's looking to make healthy eating and exercise easier? Because we need that. And if you haven't yet, I would be so grateful if you could leave a quick review on Apple Podcasts. It truly means the world to me and helps the show reach more amazing moms like you. All right, time to chase my toddler around. Stay strong and nourished, and I will be back on Monday with another episode. Talk soon.